to start the day with lighting these 3 candles in front of us. And one is to honor the people who died. We miss them dearly. And so let's all take a deep breath for our loved ones. And the next candle is reminding us to be grateful for all of our families and friends who support us through this grieving process. Sometimes it's the text that helps, or the email, or they'll come and visit you, or bring you a dish, or treat you to lunch or something, so we'll acknowledge them. And the third candle is really for each and every one of us as we walk through the grief journey. We often forget to take care of ourselves, so this is the day that is dedicated for us. All right, so this morning, we'd like to introduce some grief rituals, and you can see lots of things on the tables here. And so what we'd like to do is for you to be able to practice some things so you can prepare yourselves for the holiday season. We know that the holiday season is already challenging by itself, right? Because there are usually financial and family obligations to begin with, right? You gotta buy the gifts and all that kind of stuff. But then to add the grief, and that's just really overwhelming. So today is really about finding our inner balance. And even if our world is a little crazy, a bit out of the ordinary and wild, so we want to be able to discover a lot of things about ourselves. Okay? All right, so there is a quote from Alice in Wonderland, and that's why you're going to see references throughout the day. And it goes like this: it's no use going back to yesterday because I was a different person then. Today, we are different because our loved ones died. Charlie will share more about the connections with the Alice in Wonderland story, and today is also National Mad Hatter's Day, so that's why we're all going to be making and wearing some fabulous hats. And then after Charlie's presentation, then we're all going to try out the different activities here, starting from Connie is here, and she's going to do some pumpkin decorations that are pretty easy. You just need toilet paper and newspaper and some cloth, and voila, you have this really wonderful piece. And then when the holiday is done, then put your toilet paper back in your bathroom and throw away your newspaper or repurpose it again. So that's what we're going to be doing. In addition to some of the other activities, we have the sensory bottles that we're going to be making here with Sandy. And we have toolboxes because part of the theme today is creating toolboxes for the holiday season. So we're making some boxes, and then back there we have Donna, and she's going to be teaching us how to do self-massage. I forgot to mention Shar is the one who's going to be helping us with the toolboxes. Then of course, where did Jessica go? Oh, there she is. She's going to be helping with the Christmas ornaments. Okay. So grief looks very different for every person, and grief takes a lot of energy, and grief can be messy, and it has a lot of pitfalls and missteps, and so, and you grieve your past, your present, and your future with this person who's died, right? So I'm going to just demonstrate to you what grief would look like. So let's say this is you, and you have a typical day where you wake up, you do your chores, your errands, get ready for the day, you go to school or you go to work, and more chores and or prepping meals and all that kind of stuff, whatever you do. And you kind of know when everything happens, right? It's you. Then grief, a death happens. So then grief looks like this, where it's just grief. And it's very overwhelming, very time consuming. Even if you want to avoid dealing with grief, it's there. Yeah. It's like the elephant in the room. So what happens is, over time, we adjust. We learn new things about ourselves. And we continue to learn more things about ourselves. And so the picture looks more like this, where the butterfly is still there, but you have a little bit of room to just kind of do other things. Yeah. And then as maybe your circle of friends grow a little bit bigger, and you're trying new things, and you're not crying all the time, and you're actually enjoying life a little bit more, then it could look like this. Now, maybe other issues come up, other transitions, other changes happen, and then you can go back to, here we are again, and then, you'll be dealing with other issues, yeah? So, does that kind of make sense? Thank you. There is a quote from Gray's Anatomy. The very worst part of grief is that you can't control it. The best we can do is to try to let ourselves feel it when it comes, and let it go when we can. And that's the part sometimes we have a hard time doing. Children are a little bit better at it, where, okay, I'm really sad, and then I want to do something else. I want to play, get rid of this energy. Adults tend to kind of want to hang on to it a little bit longer. So what we want to do is have you focus on that self-care I was talking about. Okay. So I'm just going to list you some suggestions today. One is, and these things are all very simple things that you can do. You don't need to buy equipment or anything for this. One is to simply breathe. And when we're grieving, sometimes we're doing a lot of shallow breaths because we feel like we want to run away, we want to fight, we want to do something. So you breathe very shallow, right? And so when you catch yourself doing that, then you take a deeper breath. So imagine doing this and then letting it go. So why don't we all breathe together? It's kind of simple, but yeah, it's a good way to just practice how to breathe deeply. Okay, so in and release. And you can even use your hands to help you with it, but otherwise when you're out in public, you can just kind of do it without the hands, right? In and release. And for some people, what they will include are maybe words that will help you, like I'm inhaling calm, yeah? And I'm releasing fear, maybe. Yeah? And so you pick your words, like perseverance, if you're, it's going to be a struggle for the day. And again, just letting go of that stale air that's here. Because sometimes when we're grieving, we're doing a lot of this kind of posture. Yeah? So we want to be able to really bring out the chest out and breathe. You can include some mantras. Mantras are something like, may I hold myself in compassion. And that's really good. Oftentimes we have compassion for everyone else but ourselves. So we need to hold ourselves in compassion. And when you recite some of these words, these inspirational words, you are also planting seeds in your mind, positive ones. Yep. Okay. So another technique that you could use, and this one was created by Kristen Neff, and she has. You can YouTube her. And the one thing that she focuses on are, mindfulness and self-compassion. So she described 3 things that we already know how to do, but we didn't know that were self-soothing. And one of them is to hold your hands. So when we hold our hands together, it could be a prayer mode, or you can just hold your hands. Sometimes when you're in class or when you're in a meeting, you're kind of doing like this, and what you're doing is self-soothing. Yeah. Okay, and another one is holding your cheeks. And sometimes you do this when you're in class or when you're at work, right? And like you're propping it on a table also. And you are self-soothing. I don't know if you remember as a child, if you're feeling kind of out of sorts, someone will just kind of take you and say, it's going to be okay, right? So you're doing it to yourselves. And the third one is to hold your heart. And I think sometimes when we have a reaction, when there's a shock that happens, you tend to go like this, right? So this is your way of just kind of saying, I'm going to be okay. Yeah? Okay. So that's number 2. Now number 3, Amy Cuddy, and you can also YouTube her. And actually, she's a psychologist, and she's done a study about social behavior. And what she has noticed is if you take on this 2-minute pose, that it's going to give you some confidence, some positivity. So I'm going to ask you folks to do it with me. And basically, you need to stand. And somebody time 2 minutes for me? Okay, great. Okay, so what I want you to do is really stand tall. Shoulders back, heads up, chest forward, hands on your hips. Oh, it's okay. Okay, just and your hands on your hips. And then look at the horizon. Because sometimes we have a small perspective when we're really worried about certain things. And if you look out, it's much bigger. Like, okay, now I have a different perspective on things. Again, the deep breaths. And you can even smile, because I know sometimes it feels like this is a little silly. But then you say, yes, I can do this. And whatever you want to say is, thank God, or whatever. So say something that you feel is a positive affirmation. For me is, yes, I can. Anyone?
Today is a new day.
Today's a new day.
Be glad in it.
Okay, be glad in it. Joe?
I'm one with God.
I'm one with God.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. Yes. Are you feeling any different? Feeling a little stronger? Yeah. So they say that if you have a meeting to go to, before you do that, go to the restroom and do this stand. 2 minutes. Yeah, because you shouldn't be doing it in front of them. Like, what? So this is 2 minutes?
1 more minute.
Oh my gosh, that's a very long one, right? And some people use this, and then another one is the other starfish. You put your arms up in the air, like Superman. Who does this one? Who flies? It is Superman, right?
Yeah, this is starfish.
This is who?
This is starfish.
Oh, starfish. Yeah, starfish. Okay. So whichever way you want to do it. So, wow, 2 minutes is pretty long, yeah?
30 seconds.
Okay, but it does help with your posture, it helps with your breathing, and so thank you for joining me in this. So try it out. Some more.
15 seconds.
Any other affirmation? Huh? Thank you.
Time's up.
Okay.